There's a tsunami that is coming in full force in the Atlantic toward the East Coast. And I had a dream in October of 2001, and I saw a large tidal wave, and the word tsunami was written on the tidal wave. This wave hit the harbor of New York and swept through the city. The wave came in as far as Pennsylvania, and since 2001 I've had dreams about the East Coast tsunami. And if the Canary Islands go, the East Coast of the United States is in trouble. And I, Ruby, have no doubt about this. This is not my dream I'm reading here, but I tell you, I've had many dreams about a huge tidal wave taking out all of the coast. This person says, I had a second dream that was presented to me, and at the first time under different angles, several scenes in realism. But at this time, the vision showed to me was powerful submarine earthquake off of the Canary Islands. The earthquake was crushing a wave, land-based sources, and triggered a surface wave gigantic which was moving and put 8 a.m. to reach the east coast of the United States, forcing and escalating throughout its range to reach more than 100 meters, arriving on the coast near the city of Washington, D.C., where all forms of life was destroyed, and not only Washington, but all the major cities on the east coast of New York and all the way down to Miami. Now, I've read this to you before, but I'm telling you, there's something going on in the Canary Islands. I've been watching this for days, and they're having up to 25 plus earthquakes a day. And I know this happened last summer, but I've never had a stirring in my spirit like I have had these past few days. So I'm reading to you these dreams and visions of others again. I've also been shown a collapse of insurance companies. This is someone else's dreams and visions I'm reading, but you know, if you've been following me, that I've also had dreams of insurance companies collapsing, unable to face massive claims that they would have been taken charge of, leading to their sinking. The total of bank systems, which we've been facing here lately, financial and economic, worldwide. The total destruction resulting will also affect all port facilities and military bases on the coast of Virginia and of South Carolina. The loss of these assets will be a disaster for the insurance companies which deposit their bank balance sheet, resulting in their bankruptcy of the whole banking system. And then that would, of course, would cause an enormous power outage on the whole coast. There will be a chain reaction of disasters from Maine to Florida in passing by New York, which will affect financially the whole country. The wave will be from 100 to 300 above sea level. Now there's an interesting scene of a great mountain burning with fire being thrown into the sea that has some importance in the bearing of what these dreams. Well, we can read about this in Revelation 8:8. And the second angel blew his trumpet, and something like a great mountain burning with fire was thrown into the sea, and the third part of the sea became blood. It is reciprocated again by an angel throwing a great millstone into the sea, connecting this event with the fall of Babylon, ruling the world power during the eschatological age. And we can read this here in Revelation 18:21. When a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone and threw it into the sea, saying, So will Babylon, the great city, be thrown down with violence, and will be found no more. And this was called wormwood. And the burning mountain cast into the sea refers to the judgment of an evil kingdom, and this kingdom will be recognized as Babylon. Now, as we read this, the great city of Revelation, in Revelations 11 through 18, which holds reference over the evil world system in the book called the Book of Revelations, on page 476 by Beagle G.K., the great mountain burning in fire is widely recognized by Revelation scholars as a description of a volcanic eruption. Now, I proved to you in a previous video that Babylon is New York, but it's also the whole country of America. I've also made many videos warning that the East Coast will be underwater, as well as New York and Florida. They would not ever return to their previous states. Now, I've also made videos telling you why Virginia Beach, the whole area, will be flooded and destroyed. And I've shown you with great detail why Yahweh is very displeased with New York and Florida. But today I want to present it to you. There will be two floodings of the East Coast. One is a mild warning, and the second will completely wipe it out. Why? Because Yahweh is a merciful God. The first one is merely a warning, but it's coming, and I believe it's coming upon us any time. God never gives me a date, and if He did, I don't believe that He would have me share it. But this first one still will cause great damage and possibly great loss of life. I have a friend who lives in Florida who told me yesterday he's been seeing a great wall of water coming towards him. Now, this is Yahweh warning him and others that this is coming, this flooding of the East Coast, as well as Florida. And I have another friend, she told me that she was told just the other day that the waters of Florida are bubbling. She's been packing and she's moving out. This was a warning to her. It's time to go. It's over. And she loves Florida. So does he. It's a beautiful place. That's one state I've never been to. I've told you before, I think. I lived just 30 miles from Florida, but I never went over. Now I want to read you some scriptures. This is not just hearsay. This is just not dreams and visions like some of you tell me, and I move your nasty remarks, comments, messages, whatever you want to call them. Praise to the whole earth, surprised. How Babylon is become an astonishment among nations. The sea is come upon Babylon. She is recovered with the multitude of waves thereof. This is Jeremiah 51, 41, and 42. Behold, I am against you, O destroying mountain, who destroys all the earth, says Yahweh. Roll you down from rocks, and make you a burnt mountain. You shall not take from you a stone or a corner, nor a stone of a fountain, but you shall be desolate forever, says Yahweh. Set a banner in the land, blow a trumpet among the nations, prepare the nations against her, call the kingdom together against her, appoint a general against her, cause the horses to come up like blistering locusts. That's Jeremiah 51, 25, and 27. Then you come to Babylon to see it, that you read all these words and say, O Lord, you have spoken concerning this place, that it shall be cut off, so that nothing shall remain and dwell in it, neither a man nor a beast, but it shall be desolate forever. And it shall be that when you have finished reading this book, you shall bind a stone to it and cast it to the midst of it. Then say this, will Babylon sink and not rise because of the evil that I will bring upon her? and they will be weary, hopelessly exhausted. That's in Jeremiah 51. And a word of the Lord was given on June 2012. It has been revealed what appears to be two volcanoes living under the waters at Canary Island, and they appear to be ready to erupt one after the other, emitting fumes, gas, and ash. And the earth appears to be involved as well. And then there's another word. By November, hidden deceptions will become clear as water, and the chaos shall begin the slaughter. For the skies shall become a sign, and my kingdom will its time to align. Plague and plunder shall come on the cities and towns, and the enemy shall try to take away your crowns. The east and the west shall see my hand, and terrorists shall soon arise from their post. And you shall see my dirty bombs and terrors from the sky come to your coast. The man in your capital house shall now show his true face. As you see him, greet those of the fallen and foreign race. Many saints shall soon be haunted as prey, and I will show my elect my supernatural protection in the end of this year, and at the end of the year in 1913 you shall see the wickedness of your nation. But I warn you not to give place to deception and frustration. Perilous times you will go through. Never can it be the same from the red and white and blue. O your cities of every nation, you are about to see the worst destruction since creation. Now, I've been watching what's going on over in the Canary Islands. Like I said, they've been having all these earthquakes. And I've been having this feeling inside my spirit I've never had. I am so anxious. I can't sit. I can't relax. I can't walk. I'm telling you, something is up. I've lost the link. I was sent a video of a lady. The Lord was showing her that Chile and another country, I can't find the link, they are causing these earthquakes off this island of Canary Island, trying to cause these. Immediately when I saw these earthquakes, I knew that someone was trying to cause the eruption of these two volcanoes to erupt, to cause a tsunami. I just knew it. No one, the Holy Spirit told me. It wasn't a person. Trying to cause these volcanoes to erupt. And what will happen if this happens? And I can see it in the Spirit. A huge tsunami will form out in the ocean, and it will rush toward the United States on the East Coast from the top to the bottom and cause havoc against this country. Again, I am telling you, get your hearts right. Not just on the East Coast, worldwide. Because things like this are going to start happening out of the blue. But for months, I've been seeing people just on the beach, relaxing, having a good time, and water. They don't even see it. I have two people I talk to regularly, and you can ask them if you knew who I was talking to. I've been seeing this. A tsunami is about to sweep them away. So the Lord has been telling me it was coming. And again, I'm going to tell you, I don't know when it's coming, but I know it's near. I know it's near. I know it's near. Get your hearts right. Everyone at the sound of my voice, get your heart right. Pass this to everybody. Get ready. Get ready. It's coming. The word of the Lord is telling you it's there. America is about to be destroyed. Every way it can be destroyed. You've spit in God's face. He's not happy. And I've told you, it doesn't matter if you love him or not. Everybody is about to be judged because it's everyone's fault. You didn't pray. You didn't vote right. You wasn't listening. You wasn't prepared. And now we're about to all be judged as a nation. Not as just people, but as a nation. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Get ready.